What's the crack, guys? Minion here from Allcast Irish Gamers, and we are here at the 8-Bit Gaming Conference. So, we're here with Cosplay in this absolutely badass Shredder costume. I am envious. Tell us, man, how long did it take to construct this masterpiece?
There's a good few months of solid work gone into it, and a bit of procrastinating, but started around about September last year, finished it up in June.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's something else.
A lot of blood, sweat and tears.
You can almost see it.
Yeah.
And would that be the usual amount of time that you spend making a cosplay?
I mean, if you're wasting a lot of time, yeah, but I mean, there's probably about maybe 3 or 4 months properly gone into it.
Yeah.
The main part is there's a lot of sanding. Like once you start getting everything primed to get it all nice and smooth.
Yeah. Just
so
before you spray anything onto it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure it's nice and smooth, and you just spend the summer months destroying your lungs as paper flakes just go straight into you.
Oh, I well believe it. And for any aspiring cosplayers out there, what kind of budget would you set yourself, or would you recommend?
Well, it does depend. I mean, there's easily about maybe €500 or €600 gone into this costume alone.
Whoa.
I mean, you always set a budget higher than the material cost, because you don't know whether you're going to need extra paint or extra foam, extra supplies. Because, like, I bought what I thought would be enough paint for this costume and ended up having to go and buy the same amount again, just to add additional layers up to it. So.
I suppose, because you'd probably put one layer on and then you notice, nah, it's still kind of light in certain parts, and you have to give it another coat.
Well, my main issue was, what happened was the paint colour that I bought for the first time went out. Like there wasn't any more, so I had to buy new paint and repaint.
And redo it again.
Yeah, so you're always going to have to expect the unexpected.
Yes.
And budget that accordingly.
Yes. Prepare for problems, because they will probably
They
arise.
will and do happen.
And so, what's your favourite cosplays you've ever done? I'd say you've probably got a few. This one is probably up there, I'd say. I'd never be able to make something this detailed.
This is my favourite armoured costume. I think probably the fan favourite one is Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So I made him a couple of years back. It's an 8-foot tall costume because it's on stilts.
Oh.
And I think that got just the best attention from anyone, because I brought it out for Halloween. I brought my niece around trick-or-treating with me. We got surrounded by kids, and then any convention I went to, you couldn't move with just being asked for photos.
Just swarmed and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there was just so much work gone into it. We put it together in the space of a month.
Whoa.
So
it was a quick one, but it was
a quick one because we needed to get it out for Halloween, but there was a lot of... I always seem to have that one moment where you just give up.
Yeah.
And I just remember standing in a shed
about
3 days before Halloween, when I realised the paint wasn't going to dry quick enough on the suit, and just being like, this is it.
No, all this time for nothing kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's good to have somebody there beside you to go, you know what, you can do it. Just, maybe don't stand there crying for the next hour and actually...
Yes, we could be working through this.
Put some thought into it, yeah.
Because that does kind of answer my next question, was like, have you ever taken on like a cosplay and thought, you know what, I have to scratch this and then pull out an all reliable at the last minute?
So, I mean, when I started this one originally, I started it last September, and I was hoping to have it done by November. But I just decided, look, I wasn't going to have enough time, so I was just like, you know what, I'm going to take Christmas off, I'm going to come back to it. I think I started back on it at the end of February, and just kind of make sure it's done properly, because there's so many people will rush something, and then, you know what, they're not happy with it. And when you've wasted maybe €200 or €300 on a costume,
you can't
just
scrap it.
At the last second go, you know what, I'll slack on the sanding, or I'll slack on the paint job here, and you might as well have just scrapped it completely.
Exactly.
You know,
it's basically money wasted down the drain.
Yeah, and there's always going to be another event, and if, like, some of my friends now are starting to, what they're doing is they're just going, you know what, forget it, I'll wear something that I already have, and I'll just go to the convention next month with it or something instead.
Yeah, they just kind of delay it. I have a Cyrax costume in the build at the moment, and I'm just coming to the spraying part, and I'm just like, have I taken on too much of an effort here?
Yeah.
So I just have to weigh up my options and think, will I get it ready for the next event? I don't know. Hopefully I do. Here's hoping we do.
Well, luckily there are so many conventions starting to pop up now.
That's true.
Throughout Ireland.
And how many do you go to a year, would you say?
I go to around maybe roughly 5 or 6. I'll go to as many as I can, but it's just the only problem is travel. It's just so difficult. Of course. Yeah. You know, to get to like.
Because you're obviously bringing a lot of baggage, so to speak. I mean, you got to put everything in carefully, make sure it doesn't get kind of folded or bent on the way.
Yeah. The problem as well is some of these ones I'll travel to it myself, but a lot of my costume requires somebody else to help me maybe get into the costume, get out of the costume throughout the day, just fixing it. So I'll just go to random people, you know. Do you mind maybe just strapping me into this chest piece here?
Just get my back there.
Yeah, I know we've never talked before, but like, does my butt look okay?
Well, you'll find that like at conventions like this, people are always very friendly and more than happy to help. And you do see some great cosplays as well. Like I'm only kind of getting into cosplay. I went with a simple one today, of course. But I do hope to someday be as awesome sauce as something like this. But Graham, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sai Cosplay, check it out, guys.
Sai Cosplay on Facebook and Twitter,
So there's a full spin, gives a little twirl there. Oh, telling you now, the Ninja Turtles are running scared, guys. I haven't seen a single one here today. So that was me, that was the Craic, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.